I get paid to cry at people's funerals. Part 2. After a few more funerals, I started getting used to the rhythm. Arrive, stand near the front, sit, dab at my eyes, offer comfort when a family member came close. People thanked me politely, sometimes with a hug, sometimes with a hand on my shoulder. I didn't know the deceased, but that didn't matter. I didn't ask questions. Kendry never did. Some days it still felt wrong. My chest would tighten when I saw the casket, or when someone's wailing echoed down the small hall. Sometimes I felt like I shouldn't be there at all, like an intruder in someone else's grief. But most of the time, the money was enough to drown that feeling out. I started noticing things, not about the funerals themselves, but about the routine. How Kendry moved quietly between rooms, checking the schedule, adjusting flowers, making notes. How the same cleaning crew appeared early every morning, sweeping and dusting, even when no one had requested it. And then there was the man. Tall, thin, always standing across the street just beyond the windows, smoking or shifting his weight from foot to foot. He never came inside. He never spoke. Just watched. I tried to tell myself he was a neighbor, or just some loner, but he was there again and again. I started paying him less attention. I had to focus on the crying, the tissues, the comfort. It was exhausting. The hours were long, the rooms warm and still, the smell of flowers heavy in the air. I began to sink into the routine, almost forgetting the man outside entirely. Weeks passed. The pattern continued. I was getting used to the motions, the faces, the quiet expectations. Some funerals were chaotic, messy, loud. Others were quieter, smaller, but I didn't think much about it. I did my job. I cried. I offered comfort. I took the money. There were people from all walks of life at these funerals. There were rangers, judges, athletes, heck, even some even worked in the circus. But I'll never forget meeting a doctor. A few polite words, nothing dramatic. But he was so slick, so well-spoken. I remembered his handsome face like it was my job. Something about him felt too precise, too calm. But I didn't think much of it. A week later, I saw him again, on a television commercial for Arby's, grinning. Perfect teeth, same face, same voice. I froze. My stomach dropped. He'd been at the funeral, crying politely, offering condolences, sitting there like a part of the family. He wasn't a doctor, he was just like me, an actor.